Hey everybody, Stephen Garner here with some of the little GoPro essentials. I gotta be honest with you, I just heard about GoPro like earlier this year. Guess I've been under a rock. And when I saw one, I thought, hey, I gotta get one of those things. Turns out you need a lot more than just a GoPro. So I found out about these things in February. On March 2nd, I went and got myself a GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition. And then I just kind of went nuts since. So it's the 13th today, so let's see what I got in the last 10 days or so. I'm just going to set this up. So there's a couple things here that I actually made myself. I could find them, but they weren't exactly what I wanted. Made myself a little magnet mount. Good thing about this one though is I left a little hole in the middle so I can actually use it as an anchor on a car when I'm trying to run something. I'm going to use a suction cup and I can have an anchor as a secondary. I went with the suction cup mounts as well. This is kind of more of your traditional suction cup mount. It has a regular GoPro mount on it. You can spin this off and it's kind of like a tripod style mount. This is just the extension. And then I made myself one here. You'll see why I made this afterwards, but what it is actually it's kind of like a Velcro mount. So actually if you want to plug it onto something this way, I actually made a Velcro back for one of my back doors, and that way I can actually get a different angle. And if I have a traditional mount on the GoPro and I have my Velcro back door on, I can actually just plug it straight on, and I don't have to take or mess around with that little mount to change it over to the tripod style mount. Here we have a handlebar mount, just a strap mount. Wrap it onto a handlebar. Then just pull it tight. It's kind of nice. And then on there, it's another tripod mount, but this one actually screws in and has the quick release. So that way, I can leave it on my tripod and then just slide the GoPro on nice and fast and put it on a different mount. Or I can actually screw this onto a handle and have it for so I can see myself on it. It's aluminum too. I think it's Chinese made or something. It was $10. It's really nice though. It's pretty solid. A lot of this other stuff, I mean, it works, but I mean, it is plastic, and we're in Canada here. It's -40 all the time, so you can expect for it to break once in a while. Here I got a little floaty thing. I connect my keys to it. It's just a keychain and a light. The light is waterproof, and the floaty, this was just a giveaway keychain thing. However, the reason why I like it though is because I do use this as a secondary anchor on the back of my little floaty backpack. So the same style I set up, like if I'm going to put it on my board or whatever, I'll use a Velcro, a regular suction cup mount, and then I'll have a secondary suction cup mount. But on this suction cup mount, I'll have this extra flotation device so that if it does fall off and for some reason this can't hold the GoPro up, or I'm running a battery pack or something, and it has a little extra weight, it has a secondary. Plus it's easier to see in the water if you have two, I figure. Haven't really tried it yet, but here's to hoping. This little case here is Pelican case. It's an 1150 case. I got this online from a great eBayer, and he really hooked me up. This thing kind of looks like a jockstrap, eh? It's actually a head mount. Works really good if you're just walking around. Obviously I have other helmets here that serve their purposes, but for general use, I do like to have the little head strap. I don't yet have a chesty mount, but I plan on getting one. This, just a little handlebar, easy to adjust. I have it set up right now so the GoPro would actually mount straight onto there. The reason why I do that is because for impacts and stuff, I do like to have it so it's a little more rigid. I have another one that I can set up with this other mount, but I mean it has a little clip and stuff like that. But for this one, I really do like it. It's steel. It's nice and strong. It's actually, I made it myself, similar to this piece and this piece. I wanted these things and I couldn't find them, so I just decided to make them myself. Use a little hockey tape on it, because we're Canadian. Go through some hockey tape on there, get a good grip on it and stuff like that. Threw a little GoPro sticker on there so it doesn't look as cheesy, a little more professional. And then we got a little float here. The thing with this float is, might be hard to see, they come and they're actually rounded on the back. I wasn't too happy with the look of that, the aesthetics. You have a $500 camera there, and then it looks like just like a little bubbly thing sticking off the back. So what I did do is I made my own Velcro mount so that I can attach the GoPro to other Velcro devices. And then I actually cut this out and I inserted the Velcro into it and then sealed it all up again, just so when it's on, it's a little bit more low profile. It sticks onto the Velcro better because it has a 100% contact point. I do have a little safety anchor, a little leash going on here, and then I resealed it with goop, is what they call it. It's just a rubber glue, and it works really well. It holds well. We threw it in some water and stuff. It did hold up pretty good, and I did give it a decent toss into the water, and it seems to hold pretty good. And I've shot a couple videos using this Velcro mount that I've made. I have an old GPS suction cup, and then I used some super glue and super glued a little plate of plastic onto here, and then put my my Velcro on with some super glue as well. It works really well as well. So a little bit of modifications here and there just to get what I actually wanted out of it. This is a must-have. This is just the iPhone 5. As far as apps go, the GoPro app, it's great. If you have a GoPro, you need to have an iPhone or some kind of device that can support this app, and you need to get the GoPro app. A lot of people like the little touch LCD screen on the back. However, it does drain a lot of battery, and if you have your phone with you and you're trying to set up a shot, it's really easy just to turn the app on, make sure you got the shot you want, turn it back off, and then you can just use your remote that comes with all the black GoPros, because having the remote on you as opposed to your phone makes it so you don't have to worry about damaging your phone and stuff. You get really good range with your remote, and the LCD screen on the back really does draw quite a bit of power, and everyone who has a GoPro knows that the batteries aren't that great on them. So here's my little kit. It's got some extras in there, as you can see. Like I said, I've only been collecting this stuff for 10 days now, so I can't wait to see what I get in the future. I'm sure it'll cost me a pretty penny. So we got your GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition. It's got the regular mount, got your little safety lock feature in there that also helps with vibration noise. Right now I just have the skeleton back on because I was shooting something where I needed the audio. You got a little car adapter. It's really nice to have, so if you need to charge a battery on the go. I do keep 5 batteries on me because of how fast these things do drain. I'd like to keep at least 5 batteries on me, a couple 64 gig memory cards, some 32 gig memory cards, just because, I mean, you can only get a couple hours out of one 32 gig card. You only get about 2 hours, so it's good to have some backup. We got the GoPro battery backpack, the GoPro LCD screen little backpack thing going on there. And like I said, I keep all my batteries wrapped just in case I don't want any to have any battery issues or moisture problems or battery acid getting out or whatever else could happen. So I do have a little collection of batteries here. So I got 4 extra batteries here, plus the one in the GoPro. I do keep a little GoPro lens cap on. For any reason I do take the GoPro out of the case, I do throw a little cap on it, and then I have a little cleaning cloth here that I throw on it too, just so I don't have to worry about it getting scratched. I mean, it's not fun replacing the lenses apparently. Okay, next thing we have here is the GoPro remote. This is one we talked about earlier. It is great to have. I do recommend getting the Hero 3 Black Edition bundle that comes with the remote. You're going to buy it anyways. It almost costs the same much. Once you add the $100 for the remote, the price, it makes it so you're almost getting the Hero 3 Black for the same price as the silver or whatever it is. So just go for it. Get the Black Edition, get the remote with it. You'll use it. You'll use it a lot. The thing you see hanging off it here is a little micro SD card reader. I bring this along just because if I need to unload some of the data off of the micro SD card, I can just plug it into there, plug it into my laptop or my little netbook or whatever I have with me, and then free up some space off one of those cards. A must-have. When you're snowboarding and stuff, you can set up your shot, throw it on your wrist, or keep it in your pocket even. Just hit record, good to go. Another thing here I have is it's like a little clip, like a lanyard clip. It's just off of a keychain I had or whatever, but I built this little micro SD card holder, and it's just so that when I'm traveling and stuff, if I have my backpack on, I can clip it on my backpack and have a little, an extra micro SD card on me. It really sucks if you're traveling or whatever to try to keep track of those little micro SDs. And I mean, usually it's in my kit, and then I have to dig through everything to try to find an extra one, or like it's usually a pain in the butt. I can just clip this on my backpack there, and then just throw a couple extra batteries in my pocket, and I'm usually good to go. Another thing I have here is GoPro stickers. I like to rep GoPro. GoPro, you're a good company. Keep it up. We like what you're doing. However, you do have some problems with this thing. You need to get that firmware update or whatever it is going so that it doesn't glitch so much. A lot of times it'll have the little picture of the camera, but it won't actually go into the function. It does have some issues. I know you guys will fix it. I have faith in you guys that you'll fix it, so get on it. The Hero 3 does not have a 3D case yet that I'm aware of. You guys need to do a 3D case for the Hero 3, because if you do one, I will buy another one, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that will buy a second Hero 3. It's nice to have the 3D, and I'm not going to shoot 3D in 720 or something. I'm going to want it at least 1080. And I don't mind if you guys don't do one for the Hero 3. If you bring out like a Hero 4 that's going to be 4K, but at least shoot at 30 frames per second, and do 2.7K at 60 frames per second, I'm patient. I can wait for that one, but you got to do it in the HD quality at least for us. Next thing, we're going to go inside my little case here, and see I got a whole bunch more junk in the bottom. So in this bottom section, I got these little GoPro hard plastic cases. These are the hard plastic cases that come with your little backpacks. They are supposed to fit in there, keep them safe and everything. But luckily, because I got this Pelican case, this 1150 Pelican case, I can just slide these in here, and they hold them really nice, and they're easy to get at and stuff like that. And these cases don't really fit into these things at all, so I leave them in the case. Anyways, these little black GoPro cases that were for those backpacks, I utilize them to hold other junk. So in here I got an USB cable extension cable, whatever. It's nice to have. You can plug in your GoPro remote or whatever, and have it a little further away so you can still play with it. If you're sitting on a couch or something, you can have it plugged into the wall and still be charging it and stuff. You can also plug in your camera and stuff like that to charge it, and it's nice to have a little bit of option for length there. I do keep a couple extra ones in my backpack too, or in my laptop bag for my laptop and everything else, but it's nice to keep that with your kit. Speaking of the remotes, here's the remote charging cable. These are great. I love these because they do actually lock in place. Then you're certain that it's in there and it's not that side and it's not going anywhere. It's not backwards or anything, and it makes it nice and easy. It does have I like the fact that this is a shorter cable. Some people might not like that it's a shorter cable and prefer a longer one, but because I have the USB extension cable, it doesn't really bother me too much. I would even prefer it, to be honest, if this was shorter. I would prefer if all my cables just clicked in, and then I could just use an extension cable for whatever I wanted. Just because I am trying to pack a lot of stuff into a very small space, and it is nice to just have a little short adapters like this one I have for the USB to USB mini. If I had something like that, then I could just plug it in and then plug the other cable in too, but beggars can't be choosers, and it works well. I really like this locking function.